Ontario's opposition parties are sounding the alarm over the state of healthcare in this province after new data painted a grim picture on ER wait times. Richard Southern is standing by at Queen's Park. Richard, the Canadian Medical Association saying hospitals are overwhelmed.
Yeah, I mean, this is certainly a national issue, but one that's become very serious here in Ontario in just the last little while, Fiza. CityNews reported earlier this week on ER wait times. We talked to emergency room doctors this week. Many of them told me wait times are right now the worst they've seen in their entire career. I asked the Ford government, what are the real-time wait times? They wouldn't tell me. The latest publicly available data we have on this is from November. It showed patients in the ER waiting to be admitted, waited on average more than 22 hours. Here at Queen's Park today, the opposition out talking about this. We heard from NDP leader Marit Stiles. We also heard from MPP from the Liberal Party, Adil Samji. He's a doctor. He's an emergency room physician. And I asked him, I said, hold on a minute. Wait times were bad under the Liberals too, were they not? Take a look.
Wait times are 35% worse under Doug Ford than they have been under any previous government. Furthermore, before Doug Ford came to power, emergency department closures were virtually unheard of. Now we're talking about closures in the thousands of hours.
So at the end of the day, if we do not address this staffing crisis, we are going to continue to see this crisis worsen.
And the NDP leader as well calling for the government to bring back the legislature to deal with this issue. Legislature not scheduled to be back in session until after Family Day. You know, both of these opposition members today were calling for the health minister or the premier to come out, talk about this issue. CityNews has made repeated requests for an interview with Health Minister Sylvia Jones. We've yet to hear back on those requests today. We did get a statement earlier in the week saying that the government is spending more money to try and keep emergency rooms open. It's a serious issue. One, doctors say are leading to, very serious matters like patients being treated in hallways and even in ambulance garages. Fiza, it's a story that's getting worse here as the COVID pandemic certainly persists. But, one of the big issues doctors are telling me is leading to this is the fact that there's a lack of beds. There are fewer hospital beds in Toronto now than there were 20 years ago. Building more hospitals, that was some of the recommendations the opposition was making here today. They're also, though, calling for the government to do more on the staffing front, to do more to retain doctors and nurses.
Okay, that is our Richard Southern at Queen's Park. Richard, thank you so much for this.
Thank you.